So Hillary Clinton, this is what Jake Tapper was referring to. Hillary Clinton did this big interview.
It wasn't a perfect campaign.
And Chris Christie's not at his bikini weight. Not quite there. Wasn't a perfect campaign. It wasn't. Let me hear that again.
It wasn't a perfect campaign.
You lost to Donald Trump. It's not a perfect campaign. Oh yeah. It was really the way you almost beat the most beatable candidate in the history of the world. That was really, not perfect. Still can't help. She still can't go. We blew it. We blew it. It was handed to us on a platter, and we blew it. And the reason why we blew it is because we knew back in 2008, people hate me. Half the country hates me. Now half the Democratic Party hates me. Rightfully so, because I screwed a real progressive who would have been president if they would have ran against Donnie Tanahan's Trump. I screwed the whole world out of that guy. Why? For myself. Not because I wanted to help people, but because I wanted to be president. And everyone knows this now.
It wasn't a perfect campaign, but who knew there were 50 states? Come on. Huh? Who knew?
It wasn't perfect. I didn't know Michigan and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. I didn't know turning my back on blue-collar workers was a bad idea. I didn't. Who thought that a Democrat specifically campaigning in Arizona was going to lose the Electoral College? Who knew? So... And who knew that we picked Tim Kaine? We actually went further to the right. We captured none of the energy, the anti-establishment energy in the country, on purpose. In fact, we stuck our thumb in the eye of the progressives once again, where all the energy was in the party. We thwarted it.
Yeah, not just like a guy to the right of her, but a guy that had no momentum or excitement whatsoever, no popularity.
She didn't pick Elizabeth Warren. She didn't pick Bernie Sanders. If she'd have picked Bernie Sanders, she'd have won.
Yeah.
She'd have picked Elizabeth Warren. She would have won. But she didn't do either of those two things. She went to the right because the pathology of the corporate Democrat is to always go after and try to be friends with people who hate you. Please, if I could just get right-wingers to go along, that proves I'm legitimate because I'm not a partisan and I reach out and do some horrible shit too. That's the pathology. That's the mentality of a corporate Democrat. That's the mentality of Hillary Clinton. That's why she bragged that Henry Kissinger thought she did a great job as That's what that is. All right, so that's just her first sentence. That's just her first sentence. Here we go.
There is no such thing.
There is no such thing as a perfect campaign. So, well, I guess
that's true.
So then, so that's another way to never take responsibility. So if everybody's wrong, then nobody's at fault. If everybody runs imperfect campaigns, we're just like everybody else, and we don't have anything to be embarrassed about. We're just like everyone else. We're human. No, you guys are especially bad. Especially bad. You lost to Donnie Tanahan's Trump. You spent $1 billion more. Everything you did was wrong. Every single thing you did was wrong. And you got caught cheating. Okay.
But I was on the way to winning until the combination of Jim Comey's letter on October 28th and Russian WikiLeaks raised doubts in the minds of people who were inclined to vote for me, but got scared off. And
it was that she was gonna. If they would have held the election on,
evidence for that intervening event is, I think, compelling, persuasive, and so we overcame a lot in the campaign. We overcame
a huge head start. Which we had. We had a 60-point lead on Bernie Sanders. The guy came back, almost beat us out of nowhere with no corporate money and no name recognition. So we had to overcome that. We had to overcome people actually getting to know me. That was bad, too, because the more people get to know Hillary Clinton, the less they like her. Hillary Clinton, every time she's ran in an election, her poll numbers never got higher than where they started. They only go down. What does that mean? So when she starts talking, people like her less.
Maybe she's different this time. Ah, damn it. That's pretty much.
Enormous barrage of negativity, of false equivalency, and so much else. But as Nate Silver, who doesn't work for me, he's an independent analyst,
and was wrong about everything during the last election, still is denying factual evidence in his analysis, as Michael Tracy pointed out on the Young Turks this week. Nate Silver won't even acknowledge facts that everyone else agrees to in his own analysis. This is the guy she's going to. Okay.
Considered to be very reliable, has concluded
he was 100% wrong about the election. He's considered to be really reliable, except for when he's not, which was the whole last election. Okay.
If the election had been on October 27th, I'd be your president.
Yeah, if the election was in 3 years, she could run for Senate, and if the election was 2 months afterwards, she could have been in the what the F? Who says stuff like that? Here, so we wrote some more stuff. So wait, Russia waited until October 27th to hijack everything? Is that what happened, Ron?
That was their day.
So on October 27th, that was when all the millennial feminists started plotting against Hillary Clinton?
That was when they turned.
October 27th. Was that when Susan Sarandon persuaded all the white women to vote for Trump?
Yeah, that was it. That was when she went out.
October 27th was when a little birdie told her not to go to Wisconsin?
Damn that bird.
October 27th was when Jill Stein decided to run and ruined everything.
Way to go, Jill.
October 27th. Was that when they came up with that awful slogan, I'm with her? Is that what happened on October?
That was
October 27th was when she decided to only stay in major cities in Pennsylvania, making the state go red in a presidential race, the first time since 1988.
Yeah, my parents told me that was it. They were like, October 27th. I have the text message from my dad. That's where they live.
She's got more to say.
Vast majority of Americans, to say nothing of the rest of the world. So, I'm now back to being an activist citizen and part of the resistance.
I'm sorry, Hillary, but I have to break this to you and all your sycophantish fans, the sycophantish fans of a corporatist warmonger, unapologetic, is that you are not part of the resistance, Hillary. You are part of what's being resisted. Warmongers, corporatists, people who sold out American workers to unfair trade deals, to Wall Street, to Big Pharma, to the military-industrial complex, to fossil fuel companies. You are what's being resisted. You are not part of the resistance. You got $142 million from Russia to your foundation because you gave 20% of the plutonium to Russia. Your husband got $500,000 from a Russian bank because you signed off on a deal to give plutonium to Russia. You are not the resistance. You are about what's being resisted. Your husband passed NAFTA, gutted the New Deal banking regulations, exploded the prison population while gutting welfare. And you voted for the Iraq war. You did Libya. You wanted a more muscular response in Syria. You are not the resistance. You are what's being resisted, Hillary Clinton. Oh, hey, how many anti-living wage, anti-free college, pro-fracking, pro-Syrian bombing activist citizens do we have in the House tonight? Anybody? Really? You pro-fracking? Activist. You pro-Syria bombing? Activist. Anti-$15 minimum wage? Activist. Pro-Wall Street? Activist. She's a pro-Wall Street activist. What the... So now the resistance equals not taking responsibility for losing an election. That's what the resistance now stands for, according to Hillary Clinton. It's for a bunch of immature, integrity-challenged, empty corporate vessels. That's what the resistance is, so they can have cover for their unbelievable incompetence.
Resisting accountability.
That's what it is, Ron. Very well put. Resisting accountability. Ron Placone. Hitting it hard. Hillary's back. Hooray, says the GOP. Hillary's back. Yay, someone we can beat. Even with a game show host with a raccoon on his head, we can beat Hillary Clinton. Hillary's back. Hooray, says about 8% of the Democrats. So Bernie has an 80% approval rating with Democrats. Hillary Clinton does not. In fact, there's just 8% of the Democrats who dislike Bernie Sanders. 8%. As Johnny Graz says, we call that the hate percent who do not like Bernie Sanders in the Democratic Party. Literally, just 8% of the people who are declared Democrats say they don't like Bernie Sanders.
Sadly, they're the ones with the power.
They're the loud minority. They're the Tom Perez's. They're the Debbie Wasserman Schultz's. They're the Donna Brazil's. They're the Neera Tandon's. These are people are losers, repulsive to normal human beings. When they go on television, normal people are repulsed by them because they can't hide how duplicitous, hypocritical, and liars that they are. It flies right off them that they are the opposite of quality people. It flies right off them. They can't hide it. No matter how big Robbie Mook smiles when he's lying, Chris Wallace still on Fox News, they see you're full of it. Okay. Hillary's back. She is an activist, Ron. In fact, right here, I'm sorry, I just was handed this. Hillary is an activist. She's well, actually, she's not an act. She makes activists. You see what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't for Hillary, where would we get all the anti-fracking activists from, right?
That's
if it
right.
wasn't for Hillary, where would we get the anti-war activists from? If it wasn't for Hillary, where would we get the activists to protest for-profit prisons? Right? If it wasn't for Hillary, where would we get people, the activists protesting Wall Street deregulation? Where would we get the activists protesting the media deregulation? Where would we get these people?
They would all get lives like she suggested. But fortunately,
that's what she tells
she
people.
made some activists.
Get a life. If you're an activist, get a life. That's what she used to say. But now, she's an activist citizen. I'm an activist citizen who tries to overthrow democratically elected governments in Honduras and install a right-wing strongman to screw over the people. That's the kind of activity Hillary Clinton does.